All of this information going on with Insomniac Games right now, with the people from Resada Groups leaking all of the information about the upcoming Wolverine title. But at some point in time, we're gonna have to realize that these people are in danger to society, where our information will never ever be safe. But it doesn't surprise me that we have some more information about the upcoming title. But you know what? That's why we're here to talk about it. Footage of Insomniac's upcoming Wolverine game has started widely circulating on X after hackers published troves of internal data from its developer. Cyber Daily reports that a total of 1.67 terabytes of data comprising over 1.3 million files has been released by the Resada ransomware game, which announced that it has stolen the data in the hack on December 12th. At the time, the group announced an auction price for the data started at 50 bitcoins, roughly 2 million, and a 7-day deadline to pay. Alongside details and character materials from Wolverine, the leak seemingly includes several internal company presentations containing details on unannounced Insomniac and Sony games, screenshots of internal spreadsheets, and details on development and marketing budgets. Wolverine is reportedly named as the first in the trilogy of planned X-Men titles, with the second and third games due for release before the end of 2029 and 2033, respectively, according to Cyber Daily. There's also mention of a third Spider-Man game, a game based on Venom, and a new entry in the Ratchet and Clank franchise. Now, I want to talk about the part where it says details and the screenshots have been spread online about the upcoming Wolverine title. I've seen it on TikTok. The last thing I want to do is get a copyright strike, because when it comes to talking about leaks from social media, most YouTube channels get a strike or get the channels terminated because of them talking about the leaks and all of that. But 2029 and 2033, it's a long way. That's so far away for them to actually just talk about this, because 2023 has been one hell of a rocky year because of the SAG strike, the Cheesecake Factory feminist nonsense, and women of 2023 have become worse than before. And not to mention the delusion that everybody is living in of accepting the fact that there's going to be a whole lot of nonsense going on in 5 years, or 10 years for that matter, that if it doesn't stop. That's how crazy 2023 has become. But as far as like the people that have been hacking Insomniac when it comes to the Wolverine game, like I said, I've seen the gameplays on TikTok. It looks great, it looks fantastic, but we're not gonna put the videos on this channel because I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm trying to play my channel safe. Sony did not immediately respond to The Verge request for comment on the release of the hack material. When Resada announced the hack last week, Sony said it was investigating, adding that it had no reason to believe that any of the SIE or Sony divisions have been impacted. The company has also been impacted by the movie cyber attacks this year. In October, Bleeping Computer reported that Sony Interactive Entertainment had notified around 6,800 current and former employees of a breach that exposed personal information. The group behind that attack was separate from the latest Insomniac hack. Ransomware group claimed responsibilities in June. Sony's film division, Sony Pictures, was the target of a major hack almost a decade ago in 2014, in which personal information about employees and internal emails was leaked publicly in an attack believed to be sponsored by a North Korean government. God damn, bro. This is how you know any company, for that matter, is beyond dangerous, because it's not only shocking, but it's kind of scary at the same time, because that is the last thing you want to do, is have your personal information out to the public, and everybody is going to know about your every move. They're going to stalk you, they're going to kill you, they're going to attack you. Basically, everything you do on social media, everybody will know about your personal business. Or better yet, put your account on private, so that way nobody knows about your every move. And that shit right there is definitely concerning for the most part. Video game studios have been the subject of several recent hacks. Footage of Grand Theft Auto 6 was released online last year after being hacked by Lapsus, Cyberpunk 2077 developer, CD Projekt's Bandai Namco, and Riot Games. All disclosed attacks in recent years. Now, I have no idea about this, but this stuff needs to stop, because all you're doing is just spoiling the internet, and now everybody knows about this whole situation. Rosada was the subject of a cybersecurity alert published last month that was co-authored by the U.S. Department of Justice and Cybersecurity and Intrafactual Security Agency. The alert noted that Rosada has been seen using VPNs to connect the internal company systems from the outside, often using compromised credentials with organizations lacking MFA enabled by default. When contacted by Cyber Daily, a representative from Rosada said that its attack was motivated by money. We knew that developers making games like this would be an easy target, they said. So all of this makes sense. They were all motivated by money. And you see what money can do to people. Money can turn people ugly upside down, depending on what you do for a living. And not only that, but if you're willing to do all of that for money, then you might as well be in jail. And I'm glad that the two idiots from the UK got arrested for this shit. And honestly, this is why you can never have nice things in life without somebody or some bimbo decided to do the unthinkable. Honestly, the biggest thing I learned from this whole situation is when it comes to hackers, they will stop at nothing to leak stuff on the internet. That's gonna have a whole bunch of people concerned about all of this, as they should, because for one, you can never trust people unless it's the company themselves that are putting out stuff that is basically a lot more concerning. Because like I said, I don't like to be spoiled, but if I had the opportunity to just tell you all the information without showing the image when it comes to articles, then I would. But the last thing I would want to do is just put out images on my community tab and my social media platform, or edit my videos just to show you what that image might look like. But I wouldn't stoop this low to put out people's information from certain companies like Sony, Insomniac, Marvel, or whatever. That is the last thing I would want to do. And now these people are going to end up getting their lives ruined because of jackasses like that. That's why you got to be careful what you do on social media and on the internet. And I don't know if this is going to be justice for these people, or if the people that are still arrested, hopefully this could be a learning tool for everybody to not trust people. And I think it'll be best for these companies to just go on private mode, because these people are dangerous. Because what's even worse, it can also lead to death. And you don't want that to happen. So, link to the article will be down below. What are your thoughts on what I have to say? Let me know.